Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter and the Morphe 35O2 palette, and I'm also going to show you how I got this look right here. Alright, so again, I'm gonna be late for work, so I'm gonna rush through this little like beginning part, so sorry. But the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter is absolutely gorgeous. I bought this, you guys probably saw me buy this in the second vlog that I did when I traveled out to Illinois for Easter. And I found this at Ulta, and it's just like, it's so pretty. Like, I have so many highlighters and I don't need any more highlighters, but look. Like, I needed this. It is absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen this not look good on somebody in any like YouTube video or Instagram tutorial or anything like that. It just is like, it's such a pretty highlighter, and I feel like you can go very light with it, but then you can also kind of do this intense highlight that I enjoy always. So it's really, really nice. And I also like that it's not, like, I don't want to say that the other Anastasia highlighters are chunky, because they're not like chunky, but there is bigger pieces of glitter in those ones than this does. So I enjoy this one a little bit better than the other highlighters. Alright, so the Morphe 35O2 palette. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so happy that I bought it. I want to say that it was like $23 in store at Ulta, and it's just like, it's it's so freaking pretty. And I'm sorry, I'm so happy that they actually like included like a little thing that says all the names for the shades. So now when I'm filming with it, I don't have to just be like, oh, this shade right here. Like, I can tell you the name of it, and it's like 1,000 times easier. So that's awesome. And like every shade that I've used, the consistency is really nice. In some of my older Morphe palettes, some of the consistencies of them can be a little bit too dry or powdery, whereas this one, I don't know, I just feel like over time they're just getting better and better, the Morphe palettes. And this one is just beautiful. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna swatch these and I will show you them. And obviously I love this palette because like I feel like I'm more of a warm toned girl than cooler tones. Not that I don't like cooler tones, but obviously like I enjoy a warm tone eye. I feel like you have a very good array of like mattes versus shimmers. There's like a very good selection for that. And just the bright colors, those are the ones that actually drew me to even buying this palette in the first place, was the like bright fire shade. Every single one of these, like, I've not had a single problem with like blendability, with the consistency, anything. So it's absolutely beautiful, and I have nothing bad to say about this palette. Actually, just kidding, I lied. There's one thing that I wish that this palette had, and it's one like transition shade for someone with my lighter skin tone, because like the universal shade is very, it's not bad for a transition shade, but you have to go very light-handed with it, otherwise it's going to be too like dark of a transition color. So that's the only bad thing, but even that, it's not like bad. I'm still happy with the overall, like the whole palette. So alright, so if you guys want to see both of these things in action, plus a few brushes that I also bought when I was in Illinois, just keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed my eye with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my Cala 415 brush. I'm going to take the shade Universal, which is this one right here, and I'm going to use that one as my transition shade. I'm just going to lightly buff that into the crease, and I'm going to also bring it under my eye. And I'm going to use really like light-handed strokes with this one, because this palette, honestly, like for someone with my skin tone, none of the shades are really like the type of transition shade that I would want. Normally I use like something that is barely even, like it barely even shows up. But this works good if you just kind of use it a really light hand. And I'm going to keep more of a rounded shape on this outer portion right here. Alright, and then on the same brush, I'm going to pick up the shade Ablaze, which is this orange one right here. And I'm going to kind of just like deepen up that crease transition-y shade there. Again, using a very light hand. Also going to run that one under my eye. Alright, so after that, on the same brush, I'm going to take the shade Fire, which, let's be honest, this is like the main reason why I even bought this palette, is because of this color right here. It's like this really vibrant reddish orange, and it's so pretty. But I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing but keep it just slightly lower. So this one I'm going to buff a little bit more into the crease than the other colors. Alright, and then I'm going to switch over to my little Glam & Beauty pencil brush, and I'm going to run that fire shade underneath of my eye. Alright, and again, switching brushes over to my Japonesque 230 brush, I'm going to pack that fire shade onto my lid. And I'm going to really make sure that I am like building this shade up and making it as vibrant as I possibly can. Alright, so then just on the pad of my finger, I'm going to take the shade Pure, which is this shimmery color right up here. And I'm just going to pat a little bit of that into the center of my lid. I wanted like a slight spot, oh my goodness. I wanted a slight spotlight eye look, but without it being like too dramatic. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just barely pat that into the center right here. Then I'm just going to grab my Japonesque 230 again and just kind of pat along the edges to help it kind of fade outward. Alright, so then on my Morphe M506, which this is also a brush that I got out in Illinois, and I have been loving it lately. It works really good to put shadow under your eye, to do the inner corner and the brow highlight, and I also really like it for what I'm about to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade Heat, which is this deeper orangey shade right here, and I'm just going to work that into kind of this outer portion just right here. This brush just fits really nicely into this little corner. Just going to try to like deepen that outer corner color. Alright, and then I'm going to switch brushes again over to my Morphe MB47 little flat top brush, and I'm going to run that Heat shade right along my lower lash line. So this one I'm just going to keep to like really close to the lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to do what I always do, and I'm going to start to work backwards. So now I'm going to take that fire shade again, the really bright one right there, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I did before with that shade. So I'm going to buff this into the crease and run a little bit under my eye. Alright, and then I'm going to take Ablaze again, that one, and buff out that fire color. This just helps to really smoke out the look. And then I'm going to take that universal shade that we started out with right there and use that to kind of just blend everything else out. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Shimma from Makeup Geek, which is all three of these right here. And I'm going to use my little MAC shadow brush and use those on the inner corner and brow bone. Okay, so I added a little bit more of that fire shade to this eye just because I feel like this eyeshadow came up a little bit further than this side did. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my little cat eye with the Physicians Formula Sexy Booster Cat Eye Collection Liquid Liner in Ultra Black. It's like this little guy right here. And yeah, I'm going to keep the wing a little bit smaller than I normally do just because, I don't know, I didn't feel like being that dramatic today. Alright, so now I'm just going to pop on my Maybelline Mega Plush mascara and then my other Salon Perfect 615 lash, and I will be right back. Alright, so while the glue is drying on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze these lashes together, which makes them kind of blend in with my own lashes a little bit better and makes them a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to squeeze them together and then push them up to kind of just fan them out a little bit more. And then I'm just going to take my liner again and just go back over that lash band just to kind of like blend things together a little bit more. I added a little bit more glue to this inner corner of my lash because it started to come off a little bit, so I'm going to wait for that glue to dry for a sec. Alright, so while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and do my highlighter, which, of course, I'm going to use the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's everything that you want in a highlighter and more. And I'm going to use two different brushes, actually, to apply this. I'm going to use my Morphe M510 brush, this big guy right here that I also bought when I was out in Illinois, just to kind of like brush over the whole area. And then I'll go back in with my Sonia Kashuk 109 brush because I can't not use this. And just kind of hit the high points and make those points like stand out even more. Like, this highlighter is just as beautiful as you think it is. And I like it also because the Anastasia highlighters that I've used, not that they're bad because I do like them, but they kind of have like a, I don't want to say chunky texture, but they do have kind of like little pieces of glitter that are a little bit bigger than what is in this palette. This is kind of just, I don't know, it's a very good consistency. It doesn't have big old chunks of glitter at all, and it's just really, really pretty. Like, oh my god, look at that. And I want to say that this is only like $23 or $28, so it's not that bad. It's not like a Becca highlighter. Then again, just using my Sonia Kashuk brush just to kind of hit the little high points to make those a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to take my little e.l.f. small tapered brush right here, and I'm just going to dust along the edges of that highlight so it doesn't look like too stand out and that it actually blends in with everything else. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and run the black liner over top of this lash band right here. Alright guys, so this is the completed look right here. I love this palette and I love the highlighter. Like, they're all amazing. Alright, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like button down below and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. As always, the products, the brushes, where I get my jewelry, all that stuff is always listed down below with all of my social information and all of that. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!